It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. His first throw is an interception. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Dolphins force the turnover on the first series of this game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
First down, ball at the 36. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. This ball's caught by Palmer. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And they send a man in motion. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Escapes the pocket. He's got the ball on the sideline. Ooh, difficult play, small gain, but it counts. First down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 now. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. He's going to field this at the 2. He's stopped on the return at the 27.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Finds a man right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Robinson a 1st down and more. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Has a man, Justin Jefferson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Nix. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Motioning the tight end now. Nix. Completes, it's Bijan Robinson. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Caught by Theo Johnson. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. They'll throw on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They have second down behind the sticks. Receiver in motion, headed right. After the sack, another pass on second down. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the back-to-back sacks, nice work by the defense there, sets him up with a third down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. He'll look to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Now on fourth down, A.J. Cole headed out to handle the punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Nix from the gun. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. At the 20. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings need only one to take the lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. come out throwing. Brought in right side. He's to the 10. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins tie things up at 14. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
I just love to see that. I love to see the momentum created out of a great special teams play. Look at the fist bumps. Look at the little pats on the butt. Look at the little more juice this offense has now. Set up with great field position.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Pass is caught, it's T.J. Hawkinson. And he's taken down at the 30. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Nix off the play action. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Trying again following the sack. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7.
Dolphins 14. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returning it from the 4. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Miami. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Dolphins in need of some points before the break. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. the left, it's caught. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Hits his running back. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Second down now, 7 to go. Sending a receiver left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. And they fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And, boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be first down, Miami.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Going to the ground again on first. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
This one's caught. Touchdown, Miami! It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, they'll look for him.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Dolphins tie this game at 21. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. Getting out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Waddle now in motion right. The give now out of the shotgun. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That was Micah Parsons making that play. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from the 41. Looking for a throw here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3 now. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Putting the tight end in motion. 3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
To the air now on 1st and 10. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this one does not go far. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Facing a 4th and 12, but this offense is undeterred. They've got a man in motion. He's back to throw. He's got it to his running back. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
First and 10, looking to throw. He's on the move. Now he takes it, and he doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 28. He's got it near the 10. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll try left side out of the option. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Dolphins take a 4th quarter lead. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Hopkinson reels it in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Nix. Flush down out to his left. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one and brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it. Now Nix on 3rd down.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And 4th and 4 coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
That's cut beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll throw again. Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Nix from the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
3rd down give to Robinson. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Working quickly here. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Got a man, Robinson has it. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 38. On the move, headed right. Completed to his running back. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Play action with Nix. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. Cut near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Vikings out of the hurry-up need everyone back to the line. And he will get into the end zone for a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings cut it to a point late in this one. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. don't get anything on the run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here he is to throw. He lets one fly deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins have taken the lead late. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win him the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Complete out to the right side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Vikings out of the hurry-up. Need everyone back to the line. He'll dump this one off to his running back. Complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Back to throw. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Gotta read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you gotta react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Setting up to pass. This one's to Hawkinson outright. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Nix with it on 1st. Chased out to his right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
Again on 2nd and 10. Nix finds his target, Robinson. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Third and a lone yard coming up. One final shot here. caught 9-yard line. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.